Yo, welcome to ANEON, where I'll be continuing recalling my Hunter x Hunter experience. Stay tuned! Today we go on to finish the Hunter exam arc and the Zoldyck family arc. Subscribe if you want to see the end of the series and argue about our takes. Now, let's not drag it out any longer and start. The 5th exam is something that gives Gary fans flashbacks. A tournament arc. But wait! A reverse tournament arc. Only one person loses and has to try again, and they only have to win one match. Amazing odds for our group compared to the other exams. Gon's matchup was with Hanzo. By the way, was I the only one that underestimated the fuck out of this guy? Like, I really thought this was alright. Spoiler alert. It was not alright. It was not alright. Oh yeah. Spoilers for all of these videos in all of the arcs mentioned, by the way. Back on topic, Hanzo started going to work on this 12-year-old. The entire time telling him to quit because that's the only way they can win. If it was an anything goes match, bro, this series would have ended. Bro, I was side-eyeing all the people in the sidelines. Like, bro, even Hisoka looked concerned, dude. Also, fucking Kurapika said, if you were in his position, would you quit? And my answer is, fuck yes. What are you saying? And Leorio said no. Like, all y'all have death wishes. And you're all under 20 at this point. There's other chances to take the exams, you guys. That's some anime shit right there. Gon takes this beating for hours and gets his arm broken. But like, fuck dude, Hanzo didn't even blink as he was doing this. I can't. After a while of getting his body demolished, Gon realizes he's a protagonist and uses the ancient art of Takano Jutsu. And I was like, you couldn't have done this before getting your arm broke? Hanzo sees he's dealing with a lost cause and finally gives up. Gon's stubborn ass doesn't accept the win and gets promptly knocked out hilariously. We see Gon later wake, and we kind of get recapped. And it turns out, plot twist, Killua failed. The guy I had the most confidence in besides Hisoka. Really, it was on him. He should have just taken the win against Pokol. But then he goes up against Needle Guy, whom we saw his true form earlier. Both almost equally as creepy in my opinion, and turns out his name is Illumi, and he's Killua's brother. Yeah, I totally could have guessed that, yeah. Can't you see the family resemblance? Me neither, dog. Recall Killua's feelings about his family from before. Illumi becomes exceedingly intimidating because of how his presence and words alone have such an effect on Killua. He threatens Gon, and Killua does nothing. I was feeling for him so much, dude. Like, he was having a whole jealousy moment with his BFF, and now his much stronger brother is threatening his BFF. Killua gives up in the end. At the time, I was sure he was brainwashed or something of the sort, because of the look in his eyes. But then Illumi says, haha, lol, I wasn't going to kill him. I was just in a silly, goofy mood, Lamau. Not a word-for-word statement, but I personally believe it to be accurate. Then, in his state, Killua murders Bodoro, I love his name, and fails the exam. I suppose it was the only plausible way he would lose, killing someone. The rest of the crew passes, thankfully, and after being briefed on what happened, Gon confronts Illumi immediately after, breaks the dude's arm, yanks him out of the seat like he weighs nothing, and gets the location of Killua. Once again, a reminder that Gon is built different. Kurapika and Leorio are amazing, so they're coming too. But I know Hisoka was, like, bricked up when he saw that confrontation. I mean, look at him. At least he's waiting for him to mature. Still creepy, don't get me wrong. This face is the worst though, Heike. His face is so bad. They set off finally to the Zoldyck's mansion, and the minute they get there, we see Tweedledee and Tweedledum attempt to get past the massive fucking gate and kill the Zoldicks. At this point, we were all wondering how they were going to die. They beat up the old man, which triggers me because I love old people in, like, any media. And the next time we see them, they're turned into Undertale cosplayers. Those are their OCs, guys. Don't make fun of them. Thrown out like trash by a creature whose claws are bigger than my whole body. And the old man talks about how fat the creature is gonna get. I mean, I suppose it makes sense. He'd be used to it. Later we find out the key is for intruders, and the old man who's taking a liking to them isn't an actual guard. He shows them how to enter the door, and an epic training arc to open the 2-ton door begins. Before that, Togashi reminds us that Gon is still a kid. A stubborn, selfish kid. Had the Jenner not have gone with him to see the better route was through the proper way, this series would have ended. Again. Back to the present, their training arc is kind of hilarious. Mainly because of Best Boy Leario. Everything is weighted, so our boys are about to get buff. Then we see Killua's mom, and who we all thought was Killua's sister at first. Her character design is kind of strange. Why the fuck did she have a laser and bandages? I'm guessing the bandages are from when she was stabbed. My opinion on her is that she's creepy as fuck and my literal least favorite of all the Zodiacs. Killua's brother, Kabuto, I kind of want to adopt him low-key, but this is like me after I finish the whole series, but I kind of want to adopt him. It cannot be healthy spending an unknown amount of time alone with his mom. Like, I want to take him to an amusement park or something. But here we see the state Killua is in. They're torturing him to get him to say he's sorry. Also, Meluki brings up Gon, which actually stirs a reaction from Killua. And I don't imagine he got a lot of those while torturing him. They talk about how Gon will never make it there, and Killua's newly awakened Nakama powers activate. God, the power of friendship is actually so heartwarming in the show. I don't even mean that ironically. Now, our boys open the gate, but then we get some lovely short-lived foreshadowing. Apparently, Black Dude, who also works there, tried to break into the Zoldyck mansion before, with him and his crew being wiped out by an apprentice butler. And well, she's so cute. I love her. I loved her at first sight. I adore her. Her tiny little line thing, her staff, her hair, she's so amazing. Anyway, Gon decides to deal with her on his own. And Gon pretty much just got done being abused by Hanzo, and is now refusing to fight back willingly against Kanari. And once again, we get reminded that Gon is a selfish child. After a while, Kanari's cold exterior breaks, and we have a sweet moment of her asking them to help Killua, and I thought she was dead, bro. Thankfully she wasn't, and we get flashback no jutsu'd to when she first got her job, and we learn that she's from Meteor City, where the Phantom Troop is from. Her and Killua were having a lovely little time until his mother comes in and ruins the blooming friendship. This is where I was really like, fuck this lady, I hated her. Going back to the present, Killua now gets to go see his dad, and Kanari ends up leading our boys to the butler's office. Let me talk about Silva and Zeno's design for a sec, though. Zeno, he's got like this classic badass old man design. I don't know if you guys knew this, but like his outfit literally says 1 kill per day. That is so cool. That is so cool. And Silva literally looks like a Giga Chad with like a miniature Mickey like right next to him. He's one of the only ones in the family that actually look like Killua. He seemed actually fatherly for the whole convo, even telling Killua to tell him about his friends and actually listening. Then he lets him leave just like that. His mom tries to stop him, but like his glare alone impresses her enough to freeze her. She's so weird, even for this family. She is so weird. Then, plot twist, his dad has other motives. Then Killua makes it to the butler's office and tells Goto, the head butler, to tell him when Gon arrives. Of course, that's not gonna happen. At first, they're giving very good hospitality to our group, but they don't actually tell Killua. Goto then proposes a game. At first, it's like a lighthearted coin game, but nothing stays lighthearted in this arc. If they lose, he tells Killua that they left. It's pretty simple at first, but then he involves 3 other butlers in the game. Actually 4, because once again, God is built different and wins. Finally, Killua barges in and finds them, literally almost forgetting Kurapika and Lario's names. Like, dog. They came all this way to be an afterthought. That's crazy. The humor is so effortless in this show. I actually really like Goto. His character design and whole vibe is so cool. After this, they leave, and that's that. In the next video, I'll be going through the Heavens Arena arc. So make sure to comment, it gives me a lot of motivation, and subscribe if you want to see that. With all that being said, this is me, signing off, ANEON.